Kim Jong-Un is not a name known to any of us. The supreme leader of the Hermit Kingdom is worth only about $5 billion officially. According to well-placed sources, however, he is the owner of a fortune worth over $100 billion. Kim is well recognized for being rather quirky, and when you combine this with his stranglehold over his state, you get an utterly lavish and totally absurd lifestyle. How Kim Jong spends his ginormous fortune? Let's see. But before we get into the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. 5. Expensive tastes. Kim Jong-un owns an $8 million watch collection. He takes great pride in his impeccable sense of style, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that he has a wide selection of timepieces to pick from. Although weird, there is another thing that the supreme leader is a huge fan of: pianos. His chambers are filled with musical instruments, and according to reports, Kim Jong-un possesses over 3 dozen pianos, each of which costs about $60,000. Additionally, there is nothing wrong with the supreme leader enjoying a little alcohol. Thus, every year, $30 million is spent importing alcohol for him and his team to consume. But he has a taste for only the most expensive things. He exclusively consumes the most costly brands, like Hennessy, which may cost over $2,000. 4. Cars. Next up, we have cars, which Kim Jong-un owns more than hundreds of. Surprisingly, he was a prodigy behind the wheel and taught himself to drive at the age of 3, according to what is taught in North Korean schools. The father of Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, was a Mercedes-Benz lover. He owned over 30 Mercedes-Benz automobiles, including a G500 S655 AMG and an S600 Pullman Guard. Kim Jong-un inherited his father's keen interest in the brand as well as his fleet of Mercedes-Benz vehicles after his passing. Among all, the S600 Pullman Guard might be the most precious. The armored vehicle offers protection up to the European B7 level. The list of things the car can resist includes bullets, grenades, and more. The vehicle boasts run-flat tires, a 90-liter fuel tank with a self-sealing cap, enhanced suspension, and most importantly, a 5.5-liter V12. Kim Jong-un's collection also includes an Audi R8, Range Rover Sport, and Rolls-Royce Phantom. 3. Planes. Kim Jong-un has his personal aeroplane, which he likes to call Air Force Un. With a range of nearly 10,000 kilometers, the 4-engine Cold War legacy aircraft 626M can go non-stop from North Korea to European cities like Zurich or Stockholm, as well as the west coast of the United States. But wait, there's more. Kim has another private aircraft, an Antonov 148 built in Ukraine, which made its maiden test flight in 2004 and started production in 2009. Kim has been pictured coming out of or aboard the aircraft by authorized North Korean media. According to satellite pictures, Kim has constructed a number of new runways across the nation that are long enough for this aircraft to land. This indicates that Kim might have been a pilot himself in his early years. In an official documentary that was released in 2014, he was seen sitting in the cockpit, going through the manual checklist, taking off, flying, and landing with the assistance of a certified pilot. 2. Palaces. At last count, the man had 17 separate palaces, and he even had his own private island. Nonetheless, the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun is one of his favorites. The palace, which was once President Kim Il-sung's office and official house, underwent a dramatic remodeling in 1994 and currently serves as the final resting place for President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il. The palace interior is highlighted by high ceilings and magnificent staircases with lavish decorations. There's also a ceremonial hall with sculptures of leaders, a wailing hall, and rooms commemorating each leader's domestic and international travels and significant possessions. The walls of the palace are decorated with pictures of diplomatic meetings between President Kim Il-sung, General Kim Jong-il, and foreign leaders. 1. Businesses. The North Korean leader does not just flaunt his money mindlessly, he invests it. Though it may not seem like it, Kim owns a number of businesses throughout the nation. For instance, he paid $100 million to commission the construction of the Pongyong Amusement Park and the Monsu Water Park. But rumor has it that after making the investment, he did not like the project and called the parks pathetic. Kim Jong comes from a long line of golfers, hence He also owns several private golf courses, each of which costs about $3 million to build and about $500,000 to maintain annually. Last but not least, the leader invested some $35 million in the development of a ski resort, ostensibly to increase tourism. Or at least that is what the world knows. The resort has 70 kilometers of ski slopes, rustic lodging, a spa, and a restaurant. Now, knowing that Kim is a devotee of the activity himself, you can guess better for whom the resort was built. What do you think about the spending habits of Kim Jong-Un? Were you put into his position, how would you spend such immense amounts of money? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. See you next time.